In our business update this afternoon, the State of Inclusive Instant Payment Systems (SIPS) 2025 media workshop is currently underway at the CBE complex in Eswatini, bringing together local and international journalists for an interactive session on financial inclusion. The workshop aims to equip media professionals with a deeper understanding of inclusive and instant payment systems, with experts shedding light on digital public infrastructure, policy and regulation insights, and data-driven storytelling. Our business journalist, Nelsiwe Ndlangamandla, is on standby for us now in Eswatini. Nelly, good afternoon to you. And can you give us a sense of the workshop? What insights have been shared about Eswatini's national switch to inclusive instant payment?
Thank you so much, Notsile. We are here at the Central Bank complex at Eswatini, and the Africa Nenda Foundation is currently talking to us about the State of Inclusive Instant Payment System report that they will launch this coming Thursday. So basically what this report is, it is going to share some insights on how the continent is performing in terms of coming up with instant payment systems. We know that Eswatini is currently rolling out the Eswatini payment switch, which is one of the systems where the Central Bank of Eswatini is trying to ensure that different Maswati continue to have access to finance. So this report is going to also provide data analysis and framework, highlight the challenges that the continent is facing in terms of ensuring that different sectors of the society continue to be able to pay and be able to access finance. So this initiative is supported by the World Bank, the Economic Commission for Africa, as well as the Central Bank. So what has been highlighted here today is that in the African continent, about 36 countries have already gone live with some payment switch, and they are promising that this report is going to highlight the good that has happened in the continent. So what is key is that financial inclusion is very, very much important. So this report is looking at issues of ensuring that even those that are in the informal sector, even people in the African continent that are in the rural communities are able to send money and receive money through the different digital platforms. So what has been shared here is that countries should make sure that these systems work for the better for everyone, even the people that are in the rural communities. So the Central Bank of Eswatini has shared that about 800 million emalangeni has been disbursed since the launch of the Eswatini payment switch system, which was on the 11th of November last year. So they have also shared that the transactions were over 194,000. So it means Eswatini is on the right track. So today's workshop is basically a workshop that is speaking mostly about the report, what is going to happen on Thursday, the launch of the report. At the moment, the details of the report have not been shared, but it is mainly about financial inclusion, ensuring that all countries have these instant payment systems.
Nelly, you've had the pleasure of listening in on some of the engagements that are taking place there during that training, but perhaps just to share insights or some of your takeaways with us, what would you say are new perspectives that have emerged on how digital public infrastructure can drive economic participation for marginalized groups and participants in different sectors?
So what has been key for me is that the systems that are created, they do not have to be isolated. They have to work hand in hand with the systems, for example, from the banks. We know that the Eswatini payment switch, for example, is not only used by the banks, but the systems should talk to each other. We know that mobile money is using this system. So they have said that the digital infrastructure is very key when you are trying to ensure financial inclusion, when a country is trying to ensure that many people, even those in the rural communities, are able to access finances and send money online. So that has been the highlight for me, that even if these systems are created, they do not have to be isolated. That is the only way that this call can be achieved.
You've touched on how discussions are touching on financial literacy. Given all that's been said, given the conversations that are ongoing or what's being tabled right now on the agenda, how do you think the speakers, the participants, are collectively envisioning the role of collaboration between media, government and private sector in advancing financial literacy in the African region?
What I can say is that the central bank, which was one of the presenters in this workshop, has specifically said that it is very important to ensure that everyone is educated on every system that is put out there. We have seen that the Central Bank of Eswatini, for example, on the payment switch, they have gone out to the communities to educate them. They have also educated the banks so that there can be smooth transition, for example, to the payment switch. So they have said that it is very important that everyone works together so that the switch or the instant payment systems work well for every sector. We must remember that most of the people that use these systems, besides the public, are the business people. As you have mentioned, that the private sector is also key. So we've seen the central bank trying by all means to educate every member of society, even the private sector, on the Eswatini payment switch system. So they have highlighted that if these systems are to be introduced, it is important that all the pockets of society are educated on them. And that is exactly what the Central Bank of Eswatini has done on the payment switch. That is why it has been successful. I think it's only one bank that has not been able to on board the payment switch at the moment, but Nedbank has promised, the bank is Nedbank, and they have promised to go live on the 15th, meaning that all the financial sector institutions now have onboarded the payment switch, except for Nedbank, which is going live on the 15th of this month.
Ndunga, thank you very much for your insights there. Business journalist Nelsiwe Ndlangamandla sharing insights on the state of inclusive instant payment systems in Africa, training ongoing at the CBE complex in Ezulwini. We'll catch a break. Market View continues after this.